Hey everybody, welcome back into the art room. We are in the season of winter, and in winter we have been talking about some different things that have been happening around us. For one, the weather has turned very cold. At least in the mornings it's very, very cold for us now, then it kind of warms up nicely in the afternoon. We in art have been talking about if we would have something that would fall from the sky that would be freezing cold, it would be called snow. Now, we live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which is down south. Okay, we're considered a southern state. So, do we get snow very often here? Not too often. The states above us have already gotten snow. The cities above us, like in Shreveport, Monroe, Alexandria, they've even gotten some snow. So keep your fingers crossed. Maybe we will get some snow. We'll just have to wait and see. So what we did is we learned an art word this week called sculpture. Can you say sculpture? Sculpture is when an artist takes things, he or she puts them together to form something. So it's like if you built a snowman, that could be considered a sculpture. It would be three-dimensional because you could walk all around it. Our sculpture we're going to do today is going to be flat because it's on a tray. So some other types of sculpture that artists do are wooden sculptures. They do wire. They can use ice. They can use plaster. They can use clay. And there's all other materials they can use also. And they can also intermix any of those types of materials to build a sculpture. So this is what we did. I ran around the classroom and at my house and tried to find some really cool pieces that we could use to build sculpture. And we decided we wanted to build a snowman since we can't go outside and build one in the snow because there's a lack of snow out there. We have an art tray, which you don't necessarily have to have an art tray. You can do it at your home. It was just easy for us to keep all our pieces together. But you could ask Mom if you could use like one of her cookie baking sheets or something. We put a piece of art paper on one side so we could build on the other side. So we took our sculpture pieces from this bag. We gently poured them on our tray, and that's kind of why we used a tray. So when we spilled our art pieces, everything kind of stayed in one spot. So let me show you some of the things I found. I found some lids. These are like potato chip lids, jar lids around my house, different kind of cubes here at school, pipe cleaners, little colored pom-poms, little mosaic tiles, tiny buttons, little wooden pieces, just some different things that I had around the house and I had here at school that I felt the children could use to put together to build a snowman. So we talked about the shape of a snowman. The kids agreed that a snowman was made out of what shape? Circles. Then we talked about how many shapes. They said 3. I asked them, are the circles spread apart or are they stacked on top of each other? And they agreed that they were stacked. So we found the 3 lids and they put them together and they kind of stacked them on top of each other just so it's going to be flat because of course it's on a tray. So we took the pieces from this side on our art paper to build our snowman. So we started up at the top of our snowman and I asked them, could we build our snowman a hat? What could you use using your imagination and the pieces on this side of your tray to make a hat? A lot of them put cubes together, which is really cute, and made a little Frosty the Snowman hat. So we put it, of course, on the first circle, lid. Now, you don't have to do cubes. You can do anything you want. You can pull from the pipe cleaners or whatever that you find at your house that you can make your sculpture out of. Then we said our first circle was his face. What goes on his face? They agreed eyes. So a lot of them used the little tiny buttons for the eyes. Or I had little shapes. I had little pom-poms. Whatever you choose. Because your snowman is not going to look like the person next to you, their snowman. Because we don't look all alike. We're all different. And remember, we're using our imagination and being as creative as we can. Some of them use pipe cleaner for the nose. Some of them use buttons. Some of them use shapes, pom-poms, whatever they wanted. So I kind of let them build their own snowman. Then they, of course, added its mouth, using whatever they chose from this side of their paper. And we went on down the line. We which I thought was really creative, I asked them what could they put around their snowman's neck to keep him warm. And of course they said a scarf. So they took pipe cleaners and folded and bent them together to make different colors. This is like a red and white striped scarf. And they put it between the first and the second circle because that's our snowman's neck. Then the next circle is his tummy. Some of them put shapes, some of them put buttons, some of them put shapes and buttons and pom-poms, whatever they wanted. You can put as many as you can. I don't think you can see this very well. You can put as many as you want on his tummy. All right, it has as many as that will fit. We said our snowman needed a right arm and a left arm. So some of them use the little popsicle sticks, little tiny sticks, craft sticks, or they use some of the pipe cleaners, whatever they chose. Then we asked questions. Do you want your snowman to be holding snowballs in his hands? Do you want him to be wearing snow boots? Do you want to make a broomstick for him? These are all questions that you can continue to add details to your snowman. Because think about it. He's not a snowman until you start adding the details. It's just 3 plain what? Circles. When you add those details to it, you created a snowman. You built it and made sculpture. When we were done, and the pieces we did not use, we took those extra pieces. We did not mess up our snowman. We put our extra pieces back in the bag. So we kind of got that out of our way. So then we had our art paper on this side. We left our snowman so we could look at it to draw it. So with a regular pencil, we drew our 3 circles. We stacked them on top of each other. Remember, they were 3 nice size circles. We also talked about how the circles aren't really all the same size. They're usually small, medium, and large. So if you're going to make a snowman in proportion, you can do it that way when you go to draw it. Then we looked and drew his hat, his eyes, his nose, his mouth, the scarf, his arms, all the details that we had in our sculpture. Then when we finished with that, we added snow at the bottom, we added snowflakes, we added snowballs, anything that would make our picture look cold and wintry and snowy. When we were done drawing, we colored our snowman. Now, we know that a snowman, of course, is white, okay? Some of the kids colored their snowman different colors. That's completely up to them, and that is fine. Those who wanted their snowman to be white, they left it white or colored him white, and they went around and traced it with a black crayon so it would show up. So these are a few that some of the children have done. You can see what they colored. They went in and colored the details. They colored details all different colors. The buttons, the broom, his hat, and this one they added snow boots. So at the bottom of your snowman, if you want to add snow boots, of course you could. It's up to you. You are the artist. She colored a background. We've talked about background in some of our other lessons, which was pretty cool. And another child did a background also. So your art word this week is sculpture. Getting pieces, putting it together, and forming something. Using that imagination, okay? Even though we can't have snow, which I hope we get some snow soon. Don't have to tell anybody, but I hope we do. Everybody likes a snow day and build a snowman. You can make snowmen out of sculpture. Okay, so I hope you had fun. Next week we will be working on penguins, and I'll introduce how we use pastels to add color and detail to our penguins. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed it.